On tonight's show, Ian rolls out the cheese balls for Community Day, Coops salivates over the new Mega Update, and Mark obviously puts his poll to work. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Incensed Podcast. Boys, how are we doing tonight?
Okay, mate.
Okay, we're not doing well at all.
Can you just leave that silence in, mate? Just leave it. Actually, don't edit. Leave that. Just leave that.
I think we're all feeling a bit sort of tired and, worn out.
Do you know what, mate? I am. I'm going to be honest with you. For the first time in how many episodes?
64.
Wait. Oh,
64. That is 64.
Milo, you all right? You said 65, didn't you?
No,
I said 64.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought, I said 69.
Yeah,
69.
That's
we
soon,
wish.
That's coming soon.
And we're off.
Coming soon.
We're back in the room.
And the horses are out the stables and Muscle 27's out the front. Hi, mate. No, I'm here. I am tired. It's been a long week, but I'm okay. Excited for another episode. And to be precise, episode 64. How is everybody else?
Tired. I'm hugging a mug of coffee right now. I'm going back to how it was at the beginning. Coffee, water.
And a blowy.
And a blowy. And a blowy. No, I'm just tired. It's been.
That'll help keep you awake.
It will do. It depends who gives it though, Milo.
Who's got the techers?
I think you're the closest, Milo.
Yeah.
In terms of distance, yeah, so just hop in the car.
It doesn't help me though, Milo. I've still got to make it reach further, which is probably not going to happen the way I'm feeling right now. It's like extending remote trading radius for events. I still can't quite reach you.
I can see Ian giggling away. Why are you being so quiet? Why is he being...
I'm fine. I'm just enjoying the show. Nobody knows who I am, We proved that at the weekend, so I'm just sitting here enjoying the show.
Oh, no. What's happened?
I was doing Community Day in Ealing, and one of Milo's friends came up to me and he goes, "Oh, you've got an Incense podcast t-shirt on. Are you a fan of the show?" I'm like... No, I'm one of the hosts.
Bro, are you being serious?
100%. Mark was sat next to me.
Oh, it was innocent, but it was fucking...
Milo, who was it? Name and shame.
I wish I was there to witness it.
Oh, he wasn't even... Oh, Ian,
I wasn't there.
So sorry.
He was in his car driving around trying to find Shundo's Coops when this happened.
Shundo's, yeah. Coming up later in the show.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
So yeah, I just figured I'll sit back a little bit and chill out and just enjoy the show as a fan. I'm the only one of the four of us that does not get recognised by people. That's fine. I can live with it. It's fine.
But Coops gets recognised by the wrong type of people, Ian. Let's be
there
honest.
it is.
People still think Coops is coming back to YouTube.
You're not kidding. I had it in my fucking live stream last night. It's like, where's Coops? Just
Again,
take
back
the
to
hint.
Community Day, people going, "Oh, when's Coops coming back?" Well, he's not. Get the hint.
How long's it been?
Ian, if you want, mate, do you want my channel? Do you want my channel?
Just give me a Coops wig.
Yeah. Listen, casual Ian kind of works, to be fair. To be fair,
though, we did have to put a few people right straight on it. And guys and girls, we weren't making it up. Coops is here with us. He ain't coming back on YouTube. You've heard it.
You've heard it here.
And truly, he
It's official.
doesn't play the game anymore. I sent him a raid invite yesterday. Completely blanked me.
No, stop there, you little bitch. Let me just say one thing. No, let me just say one thing, right? And I'm not joking, I had 235 coins, right? This was on the first day of when DerbyRuss came out. I'm so sick and fed up of my bag space always, I always have to delete stuff because it's always hits the limit. So I was like, how much is a bag upgrade? It's 200 coins, but then I just couldn't be bothered to wait another 24 hours to get the 250 coins to get the free remote raids. Yeah. And then as soon as I fucking pressed the button, I'm like, oh my God, Ian sent me a raid and now I've only got 34 coins. But honestly, mate, I swear to God, if I didn't do the bag upgrade, I would have joined you. So stop being so needy tonight. I would have joined you.
Who's enjoying my raid invite?
I am needy. I was last week actually as well. I'm not sure what's happening at the moment.
But on a positive note, Coops, if you're prepared to wait 20 years, we have set you up with a girlfriend for the future, haven't we, Ian? After our Community Day escapades.
Have you?
Yeah, one of Milo's patrons showed us a picture of her, I think, 1 or 2 year old kissing a TV screen of you vlogging.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, fine. I'm just going to remain anonymous here. I'm gonna.
I think we move it swiftly on from that.
Moving on.
Boys, thanks for asking. I'm going to make it a full house and say we're a quartet of feeling very tired today. But in 64 weeks, some things never change. It is time, of course, to drop an incense.
Pop an incense inside me.
As we've been saying for the last 64 weeks, let us know on our socials, either Twitter or Instagram, at Incense Podcast. Oh, don't forget TikTok as well. TikTok will work. Let us know if you get something good while listening to an episode. Shiny Hundo or a Nundo. I'd rate a Nundo, to be honest. Of course, the hashtag is hashtag fun.
Milo.
What?
I know you've got, new merch and, doing all of this content stuff, but it's the wrong hashtag, bro.
Oh, sorry, I'm just in such a bad mood with Niantic. Sorry, my bad. I've just been, Twitter brain
Standard.
going for it. Apologies. It's, hashtag Shinies of the Week. Clarify the spelling, you twat. That was echoey. Jesus. SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Drop that hashtag. Let us know if you get something good while listening to the show. We love to see it. But of course, it's now time for, well, there's always been our opening section, getting to know you.
Fucking just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Now, we're always usually going for good times. Questions about our happy places, our happy moments, our happy blowies, potentially. But sometimes the other end of the scale could be just as interesting, perhaps more so. So the question I'm putting to you guys is, what is the worst place / holiday or trip you've ever had?
Are you only asking this question because we're all really low on energy and a little bit down?
No, as you know, I sent these show notes through hella fucking early.
Stop lying. You literally sent them 10 minutes ago.
So, one of the worst travel experiences I've ever had, and it's UK-based. We was going on a long weekend. Was it going up to Leeds for the weekend, and we booked...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That in itself is bad enough. But we
Right,
booked...
fuck off, right? Fuck off. Right there. Milo's never been more north than Grantham, so he can't comment on
He
anything.
has. He went to the northernest pub in the UK, didn't he?
I'm sorry, Mark.
Right, I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Mark.
Leeds listeners, they're rocking wankers. Right, move on.
Well, the hotel I'm about to tell you about is so we booked a little B&B using one of the apps, one of the big apps, like Booking.com maybe. So we rocked up at to be fair, I don't want to sponsor it from this place where we went to. So we went in there, we checked in. This gave us our room key, and it's it must be like a Faulty Towers type fucking room because the key was had a massive number on the bottom, you couldn't really steal the key. So went in, let ourselves into the room, and first thing my girlfriend said to me, the room's a bit dark. Well, it was a bit dark, so we turned the lights, opened the curtains and everything, and I actually wish we hadn't. The beds had kind of been made. There were toenail clippings on the floor.
Oh my
Moving into the bathroom, there were pubes in the toilet bowl.
Nice.
It was
set up for
literally, we didn't even want to stay for the night. I mean, we stayed the night reluctantly. Then the next morning, we went downstairs, was going out for the day, and is everything all right with your night? No, we're checking out and we're not paying. So after a little bit of to and fro, and they're like, well, you've used the facilities. I'm like, yeah, well, we went through all the things. Eventually, they agreed not to charge us for the night, and we just fucked off and went and stayed somewhere else. And this wasn't like a cheap B&B. It was reasonably priced, but it wasn't cheap. Absolutely disgusting. To be fair, if my girlfriend had actually had her way, we wouldn't even have stayed the night, but I just didn't want to drive 2 hours south again. That's probably my worst one, and there is a close second when we stayed in Roswell, New Mexico, but that's a whole different story, and there are different reasons to why that one was bad.
We'll come back to that on episode 128.
It's funny, actually, because I'm going to fixate more about the place we stayed in as opposed to the place it was in. Me and Lisa decided to go away for a weekend. It was nice. Managed to get a good deal on hotels.com. Other booking sites are available.
Nice one.
Exactly, yeah. We went to a hotel near Reading. Reading's a shithole, let's be honest. I don't think anyone can defend Reading.
You tend to drive past it, that's all.
Exactly. It's hard to get in, it's hard to get out. It's just a busy place. But yeah, we went away we stayed at this hotel. So this hotel was it was probably like a longer river, more like lakes as opposed to river. It wasn't moving water, there were lakes basically. A bit like you did, Ian. Got there sort of early evening. At that point of the day where you literally travelled over, you've made most of your day before you've got there. It's just to have a bit of time away, isn't it? Let's be honest. They said to us, listen, we are situated next to lakes. There's quite a lot of wildlife around the lakes, and the hotel does have a sort of tendency to have a lot of spiders come in it. But we manage it really well, and we're letting you know as a sort of a prerequisite, a sort of warning. So we're a bit like, okay. Now, it's as soon as they say that, you notice them, don't you? It's like you're walking all blind. You're like going, this is a nice place. So suddenly you look on reception. There's a spider web where the pens are, and there's a spider on the reception. And you look at going, okay, there's a door there. Okay, I get it. That's coming. So you're a little bit on edge now. And we got to our room. Our room had like patio windows and like a little balcony area. We walked in and we're a bit like looking around like this. Fuck me. There were spiders everywhere in this fucking room. It was just horrific.
Really, mate?
Yes. Like it was literally, that mesh netting curtain you get in front of, like, you got the main curtains, haven't you? You've got the mesh one they put, the one that lets the light in and doesn't let anyone see you. They were literally on that, and these spiders were like varying in different sizes, and we were like, at least I hate spiders and I can deal with them, but not.
That doesn't
this was
help.
Like too many. It was just on edge. You didn't want to move anything in case you dislodged something, and it felt like this room either hadn't been stayed in recently or they just kept replenishing themselves very rapidly. These spiders. Needless to say, the doors weren't opened to the veranda.
No.
We didn't spend a lot of time in the room, but the small highlight, and Coops will like this, was that when we were in the bar in the evening after we had a very nice meal with very few spiders on our food.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
It's a plus. But the Brighton Hove Albion football team were also staying there after their football match.
No, they weren't.
And we were in the bar,
actually.
and all these footballers in the Brighton tops all started coming through. And it was just, good enough for them. It's good enough for us. So yeah, Spider Hotel, boys.
So we've had toenail clippings and pubes from Ian, and now we've had spider infestation from Marky Boy. Coops, what else could you throw into the mix?
I bet all those spiders in that hotel, though, are still better than the latest Spider-Man film, eh, Mark? Look at Ian's face.
Twitter's going to get triggered again.
I'm just thinking, what button do I push?
Eject.
Coops, shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Zoe. So,
Thank you, Zoe.
when I saw this question, I thought to myself, like, how can I answer it? Because obviously, as everyone has, we've obviously been to some awful places, but we've obviously been to some beautiful ones as well. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at my 8-9 years dancing, traveling the world, and I'm going to narrow it down to what's the worst place that I've worked in, lived in, stayed in. I was in Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, the Pacific, all the islands for 5. I just think that's so rich coming from you. But I'm from.
I said Spider Hotel.
To be fair, the both of you are always talking about Australia.
We are.
Sorry.
And you're talking about your ex, but we move on.
Yeah, I do. I talk about it every week, and you beat me.
Milo, before we carry on, do you live on 7 stops? No, look. So let's get back to it.
And a nest.
So my 5 years there, beautiful. Loved every single second. Cannot slag off anywhere I've been to. Apart from there was an island that I went to called Kangaroo Island, which had no fucking kangaroos on. But I'll let it slide. You know.
You have one job.
Exactly. And then towards the end of my career, God, this is going to be really controversial. I went to Dubai. I don't really know what I was expecting. And what I will say now, the people out there are incredible. They are some of the nicest human beings that you will ever meet. I met so many friends. That was back in the day. I was playing Pokemon Go out there. Everyone is so nice, and I've still got some really good mates that I still speak to this day. But as a country, it was the worst place that I've been to in my 9 years of traveling and working. I get it, right? Because I think, the facade of Dubai, if you're staying on the Palm in a 5-6 star hotel, getting all these pictures by the beach, it looks amazing. But when you're actually living there and you're not going there on a 4 or 5 week, vacation, as well, if you're not, a millionaire or a billionaire, it's I just really didn't like it, boys, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. It is obviously very money orientated, but it's a very strange place, very 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 strange place, and I don't know what I was expecting when I went there, but yeah, I just didn't like it. I really didn't enjoy it. None of it sort of made sense. The culture of the country didn't make any sense. It was very bizarre, very 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 bizarre place. But yeah, mate, that's the answer to my question. But that was me narrowing it down. As I said, Dubai would be the worst one for sure.
That doesn't surprise me, Coops. You'd find that as probably one of the weirdest places, because like if you tried to kiss a girl in a nightclub, you'd be arrested, wouldn't you, boy?
That's why it's the worst place.
Yeah.
So I actually got arrested.
Yeah.
No. It's to be fair, it's not that bad. I think they with tourism and stuff, I think they know that they have to kind of ease up on that sort of stuff. Otherwise, they're not going to get anyone go over there. But I said my opinion, and no offense to the citizens of Dubai, because they are absolutely incredible people, and I mean that with all my heart. Probably got some listening to the podcast potentially. So let us know if I've just slagged off where you live.
And join our gold platinum patronage and buy loads of merch, because hopefully you'll have enough disposable income to do that.
Definitely. Definitely.
Milo.
I'm going to spool it back to 2013, and it's going to be sort of similar to Mark's, where it's not the place you're visiting, it's where you're staying. Because I went on a school art trip to Venice, which is obviously excellent, really nice. But the hotel we ended up staying at, I never expect terribly much from a hotel. I'm perfectly content with like a single bed and just a bog. But this place was a building site, and I don't know whether like something...
A bit like the In-Betweeners movie.
It was something like that. And we arrived, and like, you know, the bathroom, I mean, it were 3 guys on the trip, and then everyone else was girls. So we were all 3 in one room. It's a triple room. And our bathroom was basically like 50% done. There was like no floor or anything like that.
Oh, what?
And that, like, you walked out of our room to like where there was a big sort of staircase, and at the bottom of it was all the other bathrooms from that floor. All the toilets and everything had been thrown down there. And all the sockets were like hanging out of the wall and stuff like that. And you're like, this is actually dangerous. Like pretty bad. Yeah. And you're like, I think we paid something like 1,500 quid for this trip.
Jesus.
You know.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know, because it's like obviously the flights, and that's why you think like hotel, expecting something, but no, I'm not prepared for a building site. So we're obviously sort of like, you know, obviously let our parents know we've arrived safe and that it's a shithole. And then they go on to the headmaster of the school who gave the person who'd organised the trip an absolute hounding. But we still had to stay there. We dealt with like sockets that were hanging out of walls and stuff like that. That's got to be like probably the worst place I've stayed. Half finished or halfway through being demolished before being refurbished.
That was destroying.
Yeah.
They're still taking bookings.
You wake up in the morning and find your door's gone. You're like, well, where's my privacy and all
imagine
this
you like
shit?
complain about it, go, excuse me, my door's not right. They go, well, you should be lucky, sir. You've still got 3 walls around your room. Can you imagine it?
Be prepared, because the south wall is going tomorrow. Bulldozers coming in on Friday.
Can I just add that my story wasn't because I was in Leeds. It was actually the hotel I was bitching about, not the town.
Then we got that.
It was only me bitching about Dubai.
Yeah,
Road,
let's put it into context. 3 of us went to shitholes, and Coops is bitching about one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Yeah. Coops went, by the way, lovely hotel.
Yeah.
I just couldn't drink or shag a girl on the beach.
We've delved into some negative things. It's a negative show. You got to expect it. But I think we should move on to something that was probably a bit more positive. Little recap of our outing for Stuffle Community Day. Mark, Ian and myself played together in Ealing. We'll just have a little sort of chat, guys. Very, very brief, because we've got so much bollocks to talk about news-wise in this episode. I thought it was a good day, but had some negative points, I guess. I don't know. Ian, what was your take on the day?
Firstly, the whole environment of the day was quite hectic for us saying it was a 3-hour window. But whereas I know you're going to take it and say that the busyness of the day kind of detracted from your experience, I like the fact that you are hustling to get the shiny. You know what? Any community day when you can walk away after 3 hours with 30 in the bag, you know what I can't bitch about. It's a nice way to introduce a new Pokemon. The shiny rates were good. They were throwing XP at us. They were throwing XL candies at us. They were literally everything you could have wanted, they were throwing at you. Yeah, I as I say, there wasn't a lot of time for chatting. And you know what? If you wanted to chat and talk to people, then just don't hustle as much and just find a happy medium. But for me, I really enjoyed the day.
Guys, in Pokemon Go just now, a Mega Moment has just dropped in the game. Willow's just come up on my game as I had it open, and now we've got a Mega Moment available in the game, which gives us 3 encounters for catching 3 Pokemon on the first stage of 4. So as we're recording this,
So they've just
dropped the Mega bit in the game right now. So live as we're recording.
Okay, there we go. A Mega Moment. We'll be getting onto the Megas later in this show.
Yeah, I'm covering that bit.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I didn't even have the game open, so that's my bad. But Marky Boy, what was your your take on Stuffle Com Day?
I have the best com days when I'm playing with friends and with people that want to do it together like that. It's a great environment for someone who travels to go to a lot of these places. I like the smaller window. Maybe an extra hour, make it 4 hours. I don't know. I don't think everyone's jumping this 3 or 6. Maybe make it 4. I don't know. But as an event, loved it. New Pokemon, new Shiny Dex entries ×2. Amazing bants, great fun. Everyone was playing it full on. We had all the Shundo luck, amazing. First ever wild Shundos for me. Fantastic. Moments that I will never ever forget. There was Candy XL being thrown at you. I've almost got enough to fully max out 2 now. There was so much going on. But then again, it's like it's on Go Fest. It's like it's on Johto tours and counter tours, There's so much going on. The only difference is it plays out longer, but you've got loads to do alongside it. With this, it was just 3 hours of hitting it hard, catching. And we caught some big numbers. Was it nearly 600 we caught within 3 hours? Milo, you obviously a lot more, could be quick catching. I look at a 6-hour com day. The first half and second half are never as efficient or as full on as both. I always take a break from it. I'll always take half hour, of not really hitting it because you need that break. This one, it was 3 hours of full. Me and Ian, you, Milo, we had a great time. I felt knackered afterwards. My take on it is, I don't think just because it's 3 hours, it'll always feel that chaotic. I think it depends where you are when you're playing it, I think. But yeah, the people from Ealing, very good. Always make us feel welcome. Coops, what did you think about Com Day?
Did you open the
Amazing,
game?
bro. Amazing. No, I actually didn't play it, and I really wanted to.
You said you would.
Yeah. I know. Sorry. I was with my new chick that I'm not telling you her name. But yeah, we had a great weekend.
How many did she catch?
Like 500.
Video.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Motherfucker. God damn it. No, I got that from Dubai. That's why I hate you. I'm joking.
Been carrying it for that long. Bloody hell.
Yeah, antibiotic scoops.
Oh my God.
Coops, I'm going to save you and give my take on the com day very quickly. Obviously, I love playing a com day with Mark and Ian. It's always a good laugh. All 3 of us kind of filming together, getting each other's banter and etc. etc. Local squad always brilliant. We had supporters of both the podcast and our individual content come out, which was lovely. So it's a decent crowd, as Mark mentioned. All of us got a shundo. Marky Boy won the day with 2 though. 2 freaking shundos on a com day, which is bonkers. But I will say the negative thing for me is I don't mind a 3-hour grind sesh. I'll whatever. It's just a shame. It's I think because it was Stuffle and the fact it was it's a new mon and a new shiny, I've got to go balls to the wall on it. And me going balls to the wall on it, I mean, you guys know I disappeared for 90 minutes and fucked off. And
we lost you for nearly half the day. Yeah, that's
pretty
true.
much half the day, and I disappeared and people who came out basically didn't see me. So it's the fact that it's such a good community day almost made me not play with the community, and it just became me, Francesco, Nakeem and Adam, and there were 4 of us, and then we went to drive to this last shundo check that I got the shundo on 8 minutes before the com day ended. It may be different for next month.
It will be different for next month, which we're going to get onto in a second, Milo.
Indeed. I was going to use it as a nice little segue, but
Let's do it.
we had to be very brief with this because, as I say, there's a lot of news to cover, but it is always a pleasure to play with the boys.
Hey.
If you're, I was going to say, listeners, if you're thinking of anything else other than the community day, get your minds out the gutters for fuck's sake. But now I would like to say bad news.
What?
Well, Ian has got the new community day info for May in this first part of the news.
Is the news.
I was gutted, mate. I thought he was going to say he just booked us all a trip to Dubai. I was like, that really is bad news.
Buckle in, guys. This is where it gets serious. So, May's Community Day was announced. Saturday Community Days. We like Saturdays. That's a good start. May 21st, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. The best slot for a Community Day, may I add.
Looking good. Oh, no.
Hang on. It takes a big sort of nosedive from here.
It falls off a cliff.
The featured Pokemon for May is Alolan Geodude. Now, you were quite close, Coops, when you said Geodude, but kiss Kanto Geodude goodbye, because it's Alolan Geodude only. Yes, I literally, Niantic, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. Let's get into the bonuses and we'll have a talk about this whole thing.
For sure.
If you evolve the Alolan Graveler into the Alolan Golem, yes, Coops, Golem is a Pokemon.
Bro,
it will know the fast attack rollout.
Do you know when I listened back to that episode, I actually listened back to it today because I'm trying to catch up on, all the Incense episodes, and I was cracking up. I was like, Coops, you're a dick. I was like, you're a dick.
You're like, that's from Lord of the Rings.
Sorry. It's because I'm used to saying like golem and not like golem. So it doesn't matter. It's fine. It was me having a moment. It was me.
And it doesn't evolve into Clank, does it, Ian?
I think, wasn't Clang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes, it's that pink thing, wasn't it?
That's where I got it from. Yeah, it's that little pink, like... so back to the superstar community day that is Alolan Geodude. There will be the usual $1.79 special research, which will be titled A Rocky Road. I think I'd rather be eating Rocky Road than playing this community day, but there we go. That's it's a different story. So the bonuses. It is, in Milo's opinion, the best of all bonuses for
It's my favourite
this community
bonus.
today. We're clipping that. Triple catch Stardust for catching Pokemon. You're going to get double candy for catching Pokemon. There's 2 times the chance of getting Geodude Candy XL when catching Alolan Geodude. Incense and Lures, they're going to last for 3 hours. That's pretty old hat now. You will get your photo bombs, and you will get the 1 extra special trade. So you get a maximum of 2 special trades. And trades done during the window up to 2 hours after will cost 50% less dust. Just like we had last month with the 4 times catch XP for activations from lure modules, this will have 4 times bonus Stardust for 30 minutes when activated. And of course, with bundles in the shop, there'll be the free 33 Ultra Balls and stickers. That's the best bit about this community today. So, guys, I don't think any of us really want to play this, do we? I think there's going to be 4 Coopses in the room.
Yes. 4 casuals.
This will be the first community day since community day was launched that I have literally had 0 inclination to play.
I think you're lying.
If Kanto Geodude was in there, I'd be all for it, but just for Alolan Geodude, I've got 5 shinies already. I really don't need to put any effort into it.
That's an interesting point, because that's the thing that people are asking for probably the most. It's like, why is it not like Sandshrew with the Alolan and the Kanto form out? Because, Ian, you need a Kanto shiny. Loads of people need Kanto shiny Geodude. Alolan one's been in the wild a lot more.
It has, and the shiny rate seems better. So for me personally, the shiny rate seems a lot better on the Alolan Geodude. So I really have no inclination at all, genuinely. I'm not just saying that for sort of spectacle. I really have no inclination at all to play this community today.
Do you not remember, like, how funny is it, like, when you think back in the day when, like, the Alolans got released and, like, they made them, like, so, like, special, and they were only hatching from 7Ks. Who remembers
7Ks,
that?
Yeah.
Man was stupid enough to do, like, 2 matches, bruv.
Back in 2018 or whatever it was.
But no, mate. So when Milo sent a message to the group chat and he went, May's community day is Geodude. I can't lie, bro. I was buzzing. Because you don't know, I guessed it a little while ago and I was actually hyped.
You did.
And I think it would be hyped. I was hoping that it would make Golem or Golem relevant. Again, I thought it was going to give it, Stone Edge, Smackdown, it's already got Stone Edge, sorry. I meant Smackdown, like some sort of good move. Bring it back out of the shadows. And yeah, when I come onto the group chat, it was Ian. Ian was like, it's just Alolan. And I was like, I literally went from being absolutely buzzing to like, why do they do this?
That was literally, that was my exact thought.
And especially after Milo said like about Sandshrew, like it's such a weird play. Like I said, I honestly feel like people, listen, after Stuffle, everything was going to be shit, right? But if it was Alolan Geodude and Kanto Geodude, I feel like we would all been sitting here and been like, you know what, we can see it. Like we can give it 2 moves, give it a PvP move, and maybe add like a better attack into its move pool to use an elite charge him. They could have done something, but I think giving it a shitty fast move, which is rollout, and done a Alolan form only. Yeah, no, I'm like you, Ian. Yeah, not to be negative, but I cannot see any upside to this at all.
I'm normally trying to stay positive, but I can't see unless they literally completely U-turn and drop in Kanto Geodude, which I highly doubt. I can't see any reason to actually invest 3 hours of my day in this piece of crap day. Really?
Yeah. Marky boy, what about you? And are you in need of an Alolan shiny Geodude?
For me, I just look at the Triple Stardust. We're sort of fully aware that they're not going to have amazing con days back to back. One of the things I would say, they were really keen to focus on the Alolan part of this and closing out a season of Alola. Is someone, and me and Ian were chatting about this the other day, someone said, well, why can't we have Alolan Rattata? There's a badge to work towards as well. You know what? Everyone's probably already got one, but it adds a little bit of something to it. I have to agree. It's very easy to make that decision that, you know what, I don't want to play this one. When you compare it to what Stuffle brought for us all, you feel that even more inclined not to play it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I would rather play freaking Swablu Community Day, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
Swablu 2.0. You heard it, Niantic. Bring it, Lan.
Altaria is good for Great League.
It's
Give me
good
a
for
classic.
However, I do have a feeling, boys, that if we all decided to go down to Walpole Park and replay it with Alolan Geodude, it would probably drag for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, you know what? There's Triple Stardust on offer. I think that's something which is useful. I certainly need some Stardust. I don't need any shinies, but hey, you're going to get, 4.5 times Stardust?
Yeah, and if it's the lure bonus, it will be 6 times Stardust.
There is probably something to go for. It's not that awkward to catch from memory. Uninspiring. And my favourite word, unnecessary.
We're going to say
This is one of those
Yeah,
con
lackluster,
days.
yeah.
Lackluster. That's my thing. I'll bring that in swiftly. But it's one of these con days. Like, we know that they throw a bad Community Day Mon onto a Triple Stardust con day. Like, just look at Magikarp. It kind of makes sense because it's like everybody needs Stardust. But for me, when it was a 6-hour con day, that's a Stardust grind. That's a good Stardust grind. This, where it's a 3-hour window, so it's half the length of time, Triple Dust on a Mon that literally I've got 20 fucking shinies of, and impromptu flex it up. I want to know your XL candy count for Geodude, because I'm currently sat on 674 of the fucking things.
So, moving on.
It's my game. So if they're going hey, you need boosted XL, boosted candy, that stuff made sense for Stuffle. For this, really? Do we need that? You don't really need to get
I think
a
the only
Golem to
people
level
that would
50.
need it is people that have just started playing the game 6 years after the fact.
I think you're right.
This is true, but then in terms of rock types and stuff, there's you can get much
There
better
are
things
better, yeah.
easier.
There are better,
There's
yeah,
Rock and
yeah.
Roller through Trade Evolve and all of this sort of stuff. It's not a good rock type. They're giving it a PvP move that you need for the Great League, really, so you don't need XL for it. It's a really, really odd take on it, and they're banking on the Triple Dust.
My take on it, and I might be reading way too much into this, is if we think where it's positioned in the calendar, you've got, and not everyone will be doing it, but you've got Seville a fortnight before,
True.
and then you've got GoFest a couple of weeks after. So maybe they're just sandwiching something really shit in between potentially two good events that some people might be playing.
Actually, to be fair, that's not a bad point.
It's not a bad point, no.
Yeah, put a mediocre event.
But again, let's face it, not everyone is going to go to Seville. Not everyone's going to play Seville. But a lot of people will be playing GoFest a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, beginning of June. But I think we can all agree, as a quartet, if they put both forms of Geodude in, we'd be a bit more hype about it.
I don't think we'd be bitching
No.
about it. I'd be loving it.
See,
if
I think that's what makes the conversation interesting, especially after Sandshoe. It's a really interesting move, and I don't know. Maybe they've done that because in the future we're going to see something to do with an event with Geodude. Does Golem Mega Evolve? No.
Nah.
No, I'm really clutching at straws here, boys. You've got to help me out.
She's
I
fishing
like
around.
your-
It's
I like
really
your
fishing.
colours.
there, Coops. You were going.
Kanto Geodude is going to be spawning at Sevilla. But again, like I said, not everyone's going
You're right.
to that.
You're right. No, yeah, exactly that. Coops, I do like the fact you were really trying your best there, weren't you, mate? You were going.
He was really trying. I want nothing but respect for that.
Definitely.
Does Golem have a costume? Does he have a costume? does he wear a hat?
Costume
Does he wear a
Geodude.
Lucario hat?
That would get me out.
Try and find some positive in this thing.
Yeah, Mark, I'm really.
Lucario.
No, I just didn't know if, but then Mark makes a good point. Not everyone's going, and Ian said it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Like I said, I genuinely still to this day, as we always banter and joke about, I've got no idea who makes these decisions. I've got no idea.
Blithering idiot. Clearly.
Idiot.
Yes.
A blithering idiot.
But can I just say that Graveler and Golem is actually good in Great League. The Alolan
one.
I know no one cares. But I'm just saying, just going to put that out there now.
GBL tip for the day.
Thank you.
For the week, rather. But
That's my tip.
Marky boy, I can see something just rising up from the bottom of your monitor.
Oh my god. Is that Mark's poem?
Oh, one day I'm just gonna.
Oh, my battery's got exhausted.
Milo's exhausted.
That was enough for me.
Mark uses pole. Milo's exhausted.
It was super effective. Milo's gag reflex is terrible.
Touch his lip, he's screwed. So yeah, I got my pole out, boys. I had it out a little while, actually. It's been out for a while. I've had it out for probably about a week.
You left it hanging.
Nothing like airing it for a little bit, is there?
Milo, it wasn't hanging. It was proudly standing there.
Standing to attention.
Standing to attention for a week.
It wasn't flaccid then.
No.
For a week as well, bloody hell.
It was a mighty week. Yes, it was out, boys, and I had 221 people hanging on to me for a week. The question, well, I'll talk about some of the comments first. Stewie16H said, well, I guess they won't see as many players out for this one. Stephen Merrington said, at Niantic Labs, this will be the first com day I don't play since I started. # how can they be so out of touch?
I'm with
Student Legend 16 went, it's a Stardust grind. To which Keith went, Trade Evolution and 3 times Stardust. The question, and Yui Kokone said, useless waste of time. So.
That's my overcast.
I don't think even Triple Stardust can save this one, can it? Let's face it.
And Bad Robot 68, I think we all agree with you here. Maybe if it bombs, they'll give us the 6-hour events again. So the question I asked, boys, was, our boys Coop, well, he kind of called it. So our boy Coop's kind of called it.
I did.
You did. What do you all think of Alolan Geodude Com Day for May? And the options were love it, so, and hate it. Well, it'll surprise you to actually combining the love it and so was more than the hate it. So not everyone's hating it, but 41% of people hate it, 16% of people love it, and 43% of people are so.
Okay.
I think the Stardust, if that wasn't on there, and it was maybe
Saving grace.
egg incubator quarter distance hat, you know.
God.
Everyone would be hating
imagine?
it, wouldn't they? But another thing I've just asked, boys, and this is something we'll reveal at the end of tonight's show. The Mega Path is now available in Mega Moment, the new research task that we said, and you get to choose one of your starters to go on a journey on the second stage. So the pathway is part of this new research line, so that's quite exciting. I've just put a little thing in there. Who's going to go Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise? And loads of people are replying already, and we will reveal that at the end of the show.
Lovely stuff. So you don't want to go away. But Marky Boy, thanks for your poll. And we're basically going to chuck it right back at Mark because we need to break up the news. There's so much to cover. We need a good old-fashioned game. Coops, I know you're salivating right now. You love this. Marky Boy, you're going to lead us in chasing the tail.
Not another fucking game. Chasing the tail. Chasing the tail. Tail to chase. It's chasing the tail. So I was just thinking, I've got 2 favourite jingles, right? And it's not because I do them both, but it's Chasing the Tail and Mark's Poll, but I don't know what one I prefer. And I think they're both equally as fucking funny.
They are both jokes.
That's fucking brilliant, that is. So it is Chasing the Tail. For people that have just discovered the podcast and going, great jingle, what the fuck's that all about? Well, I'll try and explain it as in a very similar way to what Milo did last week or the week before. Basically,
No, do better than
one
me.
of us was... I'll fuck this up already. I will start with a Pokemon, and the person following me has to think of a Pokemon starting with the last letter of the Pokemon I've mentioned. So,
That was
nice and
better.
simple
Well done.
there. But as someone who's starting it, JT Gilly let us into some of his secrets about how he could try and stitch people up. But I'm not going to be that guy. But anyway, so I'm going to start in the order on my screen. I've got Ian after me. I've got Mr. Milos after Ian. And again, he loves Aria and he loves bringing it up. It is our boy Coops. We'll try and keep it in Kanto for you, mate. So we'll try our best.
Okay, I'm going to win this one.
You're going to win this one. I'm going to start with Bulbasaur.
Robin Roller.
Axew.
No, I'm fourth, aren't I?
Yes, we've all
Yes.
gone.
We've all gone.
Oh, I didn't hear. No, I didn't hear Milo's. Sorry. No, what was yours? Can we carry on? Sorry, I didn't hear you say anything, bro. Sorry.
Did you really not?
No, why?
Because we was waiting ages for you to reply after Milo.
Oh, I was waiting for him, bro.
Shall we give him a pass?
Different one.
Let's give him a
Yeah,
pass.
let's give him a
on
pass.
it.
Go on.
Give him a
No,
pass.
boys, I'm just joking. I just couldn't think of one.
I was so tempted to give you a pass. You're so sincere.
I was as well. I was going to give you
I
an
was
in-person
sorry.
raid pass for that.
I can't lie, bro. W hit me hard. I was thinking W. I was like Litwick.
Well,
I was
Lord.
nursing L. I was.
Wingle.
My lord, yeah.
Ringo,
yeah.
Koopsy boy is out. He's kicking
Rock and
off
roll.
round 2. Yeah, rock and roll. You're kicking
Who's
off.
after me?
Marky boy is after you.
Okay, so I know Mark said he wasn't going to be that guy, but I am. So Snorlax.
Zatu.
He's out. He's out. He's out.
Oh, you is quite difficult actually as well, isn't it? You're Ursaring.
Umbreon.
Unknown. I should have gone unknown. Yeah.
Unknown,
okay.
yeah.
Right, so
Umbreon.
start is Milo. Unknown.
Natu. Oh, it kind of repeats. Fuck.
No. He's out. Winner. Yes.
No, it's different, bro. It's different.
No.
No, it's
No.
not. We can't
Can't
repeat,
repeat.
the whole game.
No, I thought
can't repeat.
Natu's the first evolution.
What did he
isn't it?
say?
yeah.
Did you say
I
Zatu
said
or
Zatu.
Natu?
I said Zatu. No, you're right,
Zatu
Milo.
Oh,
is,
I'm
it begins
fine.
with an X.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and it's his evolution. Yeah.
So I'm you,
God, casual who?
Umbreon. Right. Thank you.
So what? I completely forgot that Ian was not even in the game. Sorry.
Yo, what is happening? What is happening?
We said we were all tired before recording this. Fuck. Well, Marky
three.
boy, I think by default you've won twice.
Yeah.
You won't have heard one of the rounds, but hey, there we go.
Can we change the jingle to going to sleep? Going to sleep.
Milo
We're
fucked it
all
up.
tired.
Milo fucked it up.
Yeah. But no, well done, Mark. Though, well done, mate.
Yes, well done,
Mark, have you
Marky
ever won
boy.
Chasing the Tail? Have you ever won it?
No.
Hey, maiden win.
It's my game. It's my game.
Nice. Now we've got you clipped.
What
Beautiful.
a nice way to end tonight's Thursday by winning Chasing the Tail.
We needed a little bit of fun and games and adrenaline pumping. So we're unfortunately going to have to throw it right back into.
Is the news.
It's the news. So first of all, I do just want to say this. There's been a huge update to the megas. And I know what you're all thinking. Boys, will you actually like the megas after these updates? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. But
Nothing's changed.
no, I'm joking. But I will just say some really, really cool news. But unfortunately, by the time this episode is released, it's going to be over. But we officially have Mega Kangaskhan. I think that's how you say it. That's officially come to Pokemon Go, which is awesome. And there's going to be an event which is literally just happened from this Friday until this release on Sunday the 1st of May. And there's going to be a Mega Kangaskhan raid day. You're going to get wild encounters with Bulbasaur. Charmander, Scott. I'm not going to read too much, but guys, if you're listening, I hope you had an amazing event. And tag us on Twitter, #Shinies of the Week, if you do manage to get a shiny Kangaskhan from a mega raid. Ooh, but yeah, I thought that was a cool event, boys. Will you guys be participating in that?
100%.
Yeah, definitely get 5 free raid passes. So
Some
why
of
not?
us still need shiny Kangaskhan, unlike you got it on EVCom day.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, that was so random, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
I
need the
still
shiny,
need it as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I've got 2.
Smug face.
So, yeah. So basically, on sort of everyone's game now, everyone's got these huge sort of updates to the megas, which is awesome. There's been a dev diaries, and the video, it's a few minutes long. It's quite interesting if you want to check that out. But with the Mega Evolution, I'm just going to quickly go over some highlights. So some of the highlights for this whole new feature, which is amazing, by the way. You've got most Mega Raids will be easier. You can now take them on with fewer people. You'll be able to Mega Evolve your Pokemon from raid and battle prep screens. Oh my God, that basically means in technical terms, you can evolve them in the lobby.
About fucking time.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. How long have I been saying that? I mean, how long have we been saying that?
How long has everybody
for?
been
Jesus.
saying that?
Yeah.
That was the funny thing about the dev diary. They're really excited about it. It's really going to make the game better. Like we've been saying it for years.
Yeah, come on, Dev, listen to us. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And also, Pokemon you have Mega Evolved before will now have an additional visual effect added to their information page to commemorate this momentous achievement. Which, do you know what, right? Which, by the way, is really cool. So if you actually go into your game, so for example, if you go to Charizard and you press the little on the left-hand side, if you press that little button and then you press the X, you do get like two sort of like hallucination kind of thingies around the back. It does actually look pretty cool. And especially on the Charizard, you've got the Charizard X and the Charizard.
Why?
So that's a actually, I apologize, you don't even need to press that little button. They just come and go every few seconds. That's a cool update. I like that. We're implementing mega levels and changing how mega energy is used. Again, a long time coming. So some new bonuses that we've got increased chance of earning Candy XL when you catch Pokemon that are the same type as your Mega Evolved. Increased XP for catching Pokemon that are the same type as your Mega Evolved Pokemon. And finally, a Pokemon's rest period decreases as its Mega level increases. So some cool things there, which is pretty cool. And lastly, some more Mega moments, a one-time cost to Mega Evolve. So with this update, after you Mega Evolve for the first time, you'll be able to Mega Evolve the same Pokemon again without using Mega Energy. So thank God, gone of the days for grinding those stupid, ridiculous tasks and having to fucking raid a Charizard 100 times to max your energy. All of that.
I think for the first evolution, you're still going to have to build up your Mega Energy for the first evolution.
Sorry, I was thinking, hopefully everyone's got 200 Mega Energy. Maybe people don't.
Well, for things like Kangaskhan, they probably won't have.
True. Very true. And of course, Garchomp, because it's not in the game yet. So after Mega Evolving, your Pokemon will be fatigued and need time before it can Mega Evolve again. Once this rest period is over, by the way, this is 7 days. This is a 7-day rest period. So once this rest period is over, that Pokemon can Mega Evolve again without using Mega Energy. You can use Mega Energy to decrease a Pokemon's rest period. The Mega Energy required to Mega Evolve a Pokemon will decrease as the Pokemon's rest period becomes shorter. And like I said, gents, just to end all this off, when you go into the game, when you press that little left-hand button on a Pokemon that the Mega is out in the game, you can see you've got base level, high level, max level. You can even press the question mark on the top hand right corner and it tells you everything about it. And I'm not going to go too much into detail, but all I'm going to say is this is an incredible and very, very necessary update for me personally. While I'm just talking a bunch without sounding negative, I don't think it's going to be really useful because for me personally, I just don't really think megas are needed in the game, to be perfectly honest with you. I think they've been introduced completely wrong and they've kind of shot themselves in the foot from the start. But any thoughts from you lot?
I think it can only be a good thing, to be honest. That it's a new mechanic, a new way of doing it. I'm quite excited. I actually will be more inclined to Mega Evolve Pokemon and use them with the button in the lobby. The fact that it's now going to be free to Mega Evolve them potentially after your first evolution, that can only be a good thing. So, you know what? I think they've done enough to maybe not get me like salivating, but it'll certainly get me Mega Evolving them more and chasing the badge now.
Well, but not that. I mean, like I said, every time I'm in a raid lobby now, I will literally Mega Evolve it. Yeah, literally. Yeah. So I agree with you, mate. It's for the Pokédex. Yeah, I forgot the badge. Of course, yeah, the badge.
Well, there's 2 badges, isn't there, really? But there's obviously one of them is locked by how they released the Megas.
Come on then, Marky boy, as the Mega connoisseur.
Oh, we haven't heard that for a while.
We've not. That's been a few months.
I think I'll be inclined to do it. Because it's not, oh, fuck, I haven't done one. I've just joined a remote raid and now I fucking can't put one in. You know, you're going to lose that moment. I think they had to sort of simplify this and do something because I still think Gigantamax, when that lands in the game, which it will do, I think there was going to be a way that they were going to have to tweak it slightly to line it up neatly for when that happens. That'll be in about 28 years' time. So don't worry, everyone. We will have Charizard Com Day 6.0. Anything that makes the accessibility of this easier is a positive. And like you said, I like to think that maybe Niantic didn't reach out to us directly, but Dev was given the information from us about putting this into the game, and that's why they've done it. Really excited. Up until just recently, they were unnecessary. You don't need a lot of people to take down a raid boss now. People are soloing the current 5-star, so Yeah, that's just that speaks volumes, doesn't it? When you can solo a 5-star. I'm down with this. Definitely. Well done, Niantic. Something that will make the gameplay better.
Indeed, a good addition. When we talked about this with the APK data mine and stuff a couple of weeks ago, it was sort of like, this is so needed. Nearly 2 years since Megas were introduced to the game, and like you guys, your opinion speaks for probably the majority of the player base who just didn't bother with them or use them. This, it gives it more ease of access through the raid lobby. We've been crying out for that, and we're like, just fucking add it in, Jesus Christ,
bro. But like, it's funny you say that, because like when people like Zoe and Fleeceking, because obviously they're in Australia and that, so when they post on Twitter, bro, when I saw that button and how simple it was, I was like, thank God, like this hopefully is the start now, for like skip the raid when you're doing a solo and stuff like that. Because honestly, when I saw that button, I was like, God, like it's so I like, why was it not there? It's so fantastic. It's such a great, oh man, it's such a
long
great feature.
overdue.
Sorry, Milo. Yeah,
it's all good, mate. The Mega system with its tiered stuff now, and it's sort of like you've got cooldowns. It's just a bit more complex. It's not like you have to. I mean, back in the day, it was raid for Mega Energy, burn Pokecoins for Mega Energy, whereas now you can actually. There's a bit more of a system behind it. It makes more sense. It tells you. It's one of the few parts of Pokemon Go that now gives you a little tutorial and an explanation saying what you can do and what you need to do. And it gives it kind of like a buddy aspect almost. It's something to work for. There's purpose behind it, which I rate, personally. I think it's a really, really...
You're irate.
I'm irate all the time. But I rate this. I rate this. And yeah, all we can say is best of luck for Shiny Kangaskhan from the Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day. That dropped literally as we were recording on Thursday night.
Absolutely.
But as if all of that info wasn't enough, we also got the information for the Global Go Fest 2022. And guys, we're going to have to tag team this, our good old style, because it is a fucking long article.
I'll tag team you any day, Milo.
Gotta love it. So I shall begin the proceedings with sort of the intro and just the overview of it. Pokemon Go Fest is a celebration of friendship and community, and it's only appropriate that the mythical Pokemon Shaymin will be appearing. So Shaymin confirmed as the new... confirmed is the new mythical that you'll get through the research on that day. Obviously, 2-day event, June the 4th and June the 5th. That's a Saturday and the first Saturday and Sunday of the month of June. Unlock rewards, earn bonuses, and much more. Basically, it's just a big collaboration. Tickets are available, and they're saying they're $15 in the shop. But then again, much like we'll say this with the Johto Tour ticket, in the UK, especially, it depends on what supplier you have. So I think it's cheaper on Apple, again, something like that. $12.99, then... Android is $13.99. I think I saw someone complain they were paying £14.99. But yes, Saturday, June the 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. All trainers will enjoy the following features regardless of whether they have the ticketed event or not. For the first time in Pokemon Go, these are the new shinies, boys. New shinies confirmed: Shiny Shroomish, Shiny Numel, Shiny Carablast, Shiny Axew, and Shiny Shelmet.
Yes.
Raid locked.
Raid lots and super rare. We'll dive into all of the bits and pieces with the guys later on as we go through this article, but I love those shinies.
They look insane, bro. They honestly,
do.
like, I've seen a few graphics of them. They actually look like, they look insane, and I mean that. They look fucking sick, bro.
And we've been crying out for Axew.
We have, yeah.
Been overdue.
I think out of all these kind of Go Fest, Safari Zones, I don't know the difference, but I think the new shinies, without a doubt, the best set of new shinies out of any, in the last few years, out of any event that they've done. People might disagree, but I think the Axew looks sick. Honestly, they all look insane. The best set, and we get, I know we're going to talk about it, but we get a new unknown shiny B, I think.
Yes,
Is it B?
unknown B is the new shiny.
Yeah, this is, if there's an event to buy a ticket, this is fucking it.
This
man.
is it.
This is it.
We always say Go Fest is the best time.
Coops went northern for a second.
Trying to be you.
Screw you.
For the habitat hours, you're going to encounter the following. So it's called the city. It'll be the city hour. You're going to get Magnemite, Alolan Grimer, Hitmonchan, Baltoy, Trash Cloak Burmy, Bronzor, Pidove, Trubbish, Gothita, Golett, and Litten. And if you're incredibly lucky, oh God, you may encounter a costumed Pikachu, which at the moment is got question marks. So it's probably a Pikachu with a, I don't know.
It'll probably be wearing a shaman hat or something. Yeah.
and Galarian Wheezing. So that's my city hour.
Yeah, so the next hour is the Plains hour, and for this one, you have got the chance to get Girafarig, Dunsparce, Larvitar, Numel, Trapinch, Buizel, Patrat. They can all be shiny. Drillbur can't be shiny. But then the new shiny Shelmet, shiny Rufflet, and shiny Litleo. And if you are incredibly lucky, you get that costume shiny Pikachu or the shiny Axew. That is the hour that is the one you want to play. Absolutely amazing hour that is.
So, going from the best hour, probably going to one of the more underwhelming hours in GoFest. I've got the Rainforest habit spawns. So, if you're lucky, you might encounter the following Pokemon which can be shiny. You've got everyone's favourite Mudkip, everyone's favourite Seedot. You've got everyone's favourite Slackoff. And not forgetting everyone's favourite Turtwig and everyone's favourite Chimchar. A fantastic Pokemon. However, there are 2 new shinies making their debuts. Actually, this is quite a good hour for new shinies. Shiny Shroomish, that's a tongue twister, will be available in that hour, as will shiny Carablast. So those are going to be ones that are just going to be part of it. You will also get encounters with Venipede, Binacle, Squelp, and Rowlet. And this is where it gets quite exciting, because if you're very lucky, you might encounter shiny Pikachu. But a good one, I've got to say, this is pretty cool to be fair. Pancham will be appearing potentially in the wild. So that's pretty cool. Still, is that locked still in 7Ks?
12-kilometre eggs.
Oh, 12 kilometres. Wow. That's the one I'd love to get a hundo of. So yeah, Pancham.
And the final habitat is Tundra, which will include Omanyte, Swinub, Wingull, Meditite, Wailmer, Sveal, January Comday what? Piplup, Vanillite without a shiny, Cubchoo obviously with a shiny but without a costume for fucking once, Bergmite and Poplio, and if you are ridiculously lucky, the question mark costume Pikachu and shiny Galarian Darumaka, which is very cool. So those are the habitats, boys. What do we think? I'm looking at it and going like, right, which ones do I go for? Which ones do I choose to go and have lunch in?
So for me, I think it's brilliant. It's a wide spread of incredible Pokemon, a lot of new shinies, a lot of shiny potential. I just want to let everybody know that the Galarian Darumaka, the Pancham, the Axew, and the Galarian Wheezing, when it says if you're incredibly lucky, the part on the end, they're, please don't expect in that hour you're going to see 30, 40 of them, because you're just not. We've been there before. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying.
No, it's a fair point.
You will be lucky. Yeah, you will be lucky if you get 10 maximum. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong. They might be everywhere. But in my opinion, doing these events in really good parks, in really good places, it's always those special ones that you really want. Just bearing in mind, don't be gutted if you've not come back with 50 of them up, because it won't happen.
Is a fair point. Marky Boy, which spawns do you looking for?
I think the new shiners are obviously the things that people want. They feel like ones that needed to be released in the game. There's been some, I didn't think Axew would be dropped so soon as a shiny. We talk about how rare it is still up till now in the game just to get a wild one. Never seen one in the wild.
And it's the rarest 10k air catch.
The rarest 10k air catch, and they're dropping it shiny in for GoFest 22. That's phenomenal. And I think this will take the baton from Dino. I'm quite happy to see that it isn't raid locked. So, like you say, it is going to feature a couple of rotations in that window. And I think purely because of that would be the one that I'd be focusing on. The Plains looks good. And obviously you've got Numel and you've got Shelmet. And Shelmet's a lovely shiny. They've done well with this one.
They've nailed it, haven't they? I think that's the only way you can really put it. Every hour is pretty balanced. Some hours have got a few more tempting choices, depending on what you need. For me, Baltoy, Trash Cloak, Burmy, I still need Trubbish, Dunsparce in the second hour, Numel, Weasel, Patrat, Rufflet, Shelmet. Oh my god, literally there's so much on there that I'm just going to be like a kid in a candy shop. It's just going to be amazing, and I want to put this out as a reminder and bring you all back down to earth. You can't on these rotating hours, you can't really focus on anything. You just catch what is there. So
Yeah.
it's one of these people
Very
saying, I'm
true.
going to focus on this. If it's not there, you can't focus on it. So the incense spawns will add a little dynamic of extra to it. But yeah, just literally go for everything because there is a good, diverse amount of shinies in there. And let's face it, I would say 75% of what's there can be shiny.
And you are right with those because we talked about the habitats on JT Gilly's episode where in-person events, habitats and biomes are in place, but with these in play from home events, they make kind of hourly
The rotating
habitats.
hours, yes.
So you just get what you get in those 60 minutes. Just a very quick overview. City, I'm seeing Trubbish Stardust Boost. Very nice. I need the Trash Cloak Burmy. Plains, I need a lot in this one. Girafarig, Dunsparce, Numel, Buizel, Shelmet, and Ruffler, and Litleo. All of them, and Axew. Rainforest is probably the weakest, but I won't say no to more slack off.
I'll trade you a shitload. Don't worry if you want them.
Yeah. That's it. Actually, to be honest, Tundra's probably the weakest for me, I will say, because I don't need anything from that hour.
Tundra. Actually, no, I don't need anything from that arrow, thinking about it.
Don't even need Swin
I
Up
just need
XL.
the shiny costume Pikachu and the shiny
Yeah.
Pikachu. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's quite a. I'm going to have my lunch and I'm going to have my afternoon toasty, isn't it? In those 2 hours. I think
Yes.
that's
That'll be the that's the 1 to 2 hour, isn't it? So it works very nicely with
Starbucks.
lunch, I think. Indeed. But Coopsy boy, you've got the next bit. 1-star raids.
Yeah, so something that quite shocked me. I think there's in all the raids, it's just 1-star raids, which is awesome. And you know, like Marky Boy said earlier, we haven't really spoke about this hype, but this is really hype. Shiny Axew is it's going to be in the wild. It's going to be, you know, the shiny that everyone wants. This is the Gibble. So in 1-star raids, we've obviously got the Axew, and we also have costume Pikachu, but we can just jump over that one. You know, they can both be shiny, and I'm not trying to be that guy, guys. I'm just looking out for you all. Please understand that we all know how the game works. We know how carried away we can get. That £40 will go. Another £40 will go. Another $80 will go. Another $100. And by the end of the day, you've spent $400 on an Axew. Please just understand, it will be a community day in the next 12 months, without a doubt.
Next year.
And like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just trying to let everybody know.
You bring up a good point, though, because those 9 free raid passes you get, they're going to be gone in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, raid it as much as you want, but remember, RNG, you could do 500 Axew raids and still not get a shiny.
Oh, yeah, just look at
And a bit
Corsola from Johto Tour.
And it's a bit like Gibble, you know, all my friends were like, God damn it, I spent £400, £500, £600 on Gibble raids, and then 6 months later it had a community day. I just want to let you all know. Now, do what you want to do, but I'm just looking out for everyone. Just please remember that Axew, I can literally put my life on it, that in the next 12 months after this event, Axew will be a community day. As much as I'm going to as well, I feel like I'm like trying to give a pep talk to myself. I'm just giving advice, you know, I'm being fair, boys, right? I'm looking out
Public
for that.
service announcement.
Yeah.
You're talking
I think
sense. When you get wrapped up in that moment, it's going to be a different scenario, but you are talking sense.
The problem is with remote raids, it's worldwide as well. It's just constant. It's just constant.
Yeah.
It will be.
Milo will be asleep like that, and he'll still be tapping on his phone.
Literally, Milo's phone will be on
Sleep
fire,
raiding.
because if it's anything like Johto, Milo will just get non-stop raid invites from when it goes live in Australia.
I won't sleep.
I can already see the thumbnail now. I raided GoFest for 48 hours.
That is a
and
challenge.
I've got fuck all shiny Axew. And then the casual will be on his third free raid pass that he's fucking got. He's gone,
know.
the casual wins.
You know it. You know it. You know it.
Speaking about this event, you can play this GoFest, certain elements of it without a ticket, but if you do have a ticket for the event, and let's face it, for what you're getting, $15 isn't that bad. It's not going to break the bank if you are a ticket holder exclusive. So this year's event is all about shaming the gratitude Pokemon. Trainers will be tasked with conducting special research to learn more about the mythical Pokemon and will encounter the landform shaman along the way. Trainers will be faced with 2 important decisions while conducting their special research. Please note, it won't be possible to change your selection, so be sure you make your choices carefully. You'll be able to personalise your event experience by choosing between relaxed, standard, and master difficulty levels for your special research. The difficulty level that you select will affect which sticker you receive as a reward, but otherwise will not change your special research rewards. So you can go balls to the walls for the hardest one, and you'll get a nicer sticker.
Just pointless.
I love it. Thanks, Niantic. So how do you like to play Pokemon Go? Well, you'll be able to choose your gameplay focus, whether you prefer to catch, explore, or battle. So kind of like I would think what we had with Johto Tour, with certain aspects of the special research. In addition to the Pokemon featured during each event Habitat Hour, the following Pokemon will be attracted to Incense, which Mark's going to talk about in a second. For the first time ever in Pokemon Go, Shiny Unknown B will be released, which is pretty cool. And
B for Blowy.
B for Blowy. And making progress on your Elite Collector medal with 4 collection challenges just for you, Coops. You need to buy the ticket for the collection challenges. Each one will be themed around a Habitat Hour. The Global Challenge Arena will be back on the Saturday, and there will be bonuses given for completing those. And during event hours, you'll have an increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon in the wild when using Incense. Your chances will be better on the Saturday than on the Sunday. So that's kind of like what we had with last year's Go Fest. And Mott will now tell us what will be attracted when you drop that Incense.
Unknown.
There's a bit more to it than that.
that can't be shiny. No. The thing I love about the Incense, it doesn't give the impression that anything else is going to come off it, just what's listed in these windows. We joked about it. Well, not joked about it. We were moaning about it at Johto for just being absolutely awful. So, for example, City Hours will have 6 spawns, which are Galarian Weezing, which can be shiny with Clink as well, and the 4 unknowns, B, G, O, and U. And in the Plains, we've got Torkoal. Can't wait. Torkoal is a regional Pokemon. Axew, another opportunity with Axew with the 4 unknowns again, B, G, O, and U. The Rainforest again, the 4 unknowns. So these unknowns are going to be spawning on Incense throughout the whole of Go Fest. But then you get Tropius and Pancham.
I love Tropius.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Coops wants a good one for PvP.
That's why he's buying the ticket, isn't it? That's the only reason he's buying the ticket.
Only reason, bro.
It's your chance. And this goes back to what Coops made. It's a very valid point. If you spend $300, £300, and you get your shiny Axew, you will be smug and feel very good for about 18 months. Because when you look at Tundra, and we joked about Galarian Mr. Mime being quite
paywalled,
paid to buy it, paywall for a while, and we were quite exclusive for quite a long period of time when we kept it. Now they're throwing it on an Incense, so it just kind of gives you a bit of an insight into it. Galarian Mr. Mime, Galarian Darumaka, I need a second shiny, and the 4 unknowns again. 2/3 of the spawns in each hour are going to be unknowns.
I have that pessimistic thing of like, it looks insane, and if it is correct what they've written, said like these are the Incense spawns.
They're the only
for the
spawns,
hours.
yes, yeah.
But I have a horrible feeling that they're saying these are Incense only spawns.
I believe
but
so,
you will
yes.
get other
yeah.
stuff. So it's like those will only appear off of Incense, but you will also more than likely be getting all the other bollocks from the hours. That's what
Let's
I
hope
suspect.
not.
I hope not. I really hope I'm wrong, but I have a horrible suspicion that's what it's going to be like.
All right, okay. But potentially could be amazing, but more than likely going to be
Fingers across.
Realistically, these will
Unnecessary.
be in addition to the normal spawns, won't they? Really? Yeah, you
more
probably got a
more
point.
than likely. And to round out, there's a very little segment about day 2. So Sunday, June the 5th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. your local time. All trainers will enjoy the following features, regardless of whether they have the tickets. Global Challenge Arena will feature on day 2. A certain Pokemon will make its 5-star raid debut. We'll say not a shiny on release. Log in during event hours to claim a short research special story. And miss any Pokemon from the first day of the event, you'll still have the chance to encounter them. 1-star raids will be the same. You have the costume Pikachu and the Axew. Ticket holder exclusives for Sunday. An additional special research story will be available after completing the short research story available to all trainers, complete with rewards and special Pokemon encounters. Every Pokemon attracted to Incense on Saturday will also be available on Sunday with the Incense during event hours, and Team Rocket balloons will appear more frequently and you'll earn twice the mysterious components when you defeat them. So a little Team Rocket boost. A few other things that are going to happen on both days. Trainer snapshots will be featured in the Today View. We see that on every major event. They put the pictures up with hashtag Pokemon Go Fest 2022. Pikachu wearing a shaman-inspired flower costume. I'm not even going to try and pronounce what actual bloody flower it is. That's the question mark Pikachu. Is Pikachu with a flower on its head, basically, much like the one the shaman has.
Nice.
Take a snapshot for a surprise. Pretty much the Bogo standard for the event. And ticket holder exclusives. This is where the ticket actually earns its value. Spin photo discs at gyms to earn 9 free passes per day. Ian mentioned that earlier. These can only be used in person. Collect special event stickers, wow, from Pokestops, and take up to 5 snapshots per day, Saturday and Sunday. So boys, that was a fuckload of info, but it always is with a Go Fest. We talked about the spawns.
Did well.
We all did really well nailing that down. Personally, I'm hyped. It's Go Fest, isn't
And
it?
we'll go through all of this again in a couple of weeks when the in-person events are announced.
This is true, because we still have no info other than the Berlin, Seattle, and Sapporo cities.
And dates.
This Go Fest in June, I will 100% be there. I promise you. Pinky promise. Pinky
We're going to
promise.
hold you to that.
I know I've said that for the last 7 community days, but I will 100% be there. And I'll even vlog it. And I know I've quit YouTube, but I will absolutely vlog it and upload it. 100%.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Momentous.
Exclusive to the listeners. Exclusive.
You heard it here first. Coops' return.
What I want to do is, I said to Coops, Ian, probably about 3-4 months ago, and I said, the next vlog you put on your channel, I reckon it will hit 5,000 views quite quickly. I reckon it'll happen, mate. If you put that on your channel. Oh,
People get that notification.
The hype is real. Coops has posted a video.
We'll see. Let's see.
I'll watch it 100 times as well anyway. So, yeah.
We'll give him the view count.
It's a grower.
He is a grower indeed.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Boys, that was a heck of a lot of news. It's always like this at the end of the month, and we haven't even looked at May's event info because it hasn't dropped yet. Well done, boys. Some news was good, some news was repulsive, but you know what will never, ever fail to make us feel good is our favourite section, Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
So I'll go first for this one. So I've got one from Malcolm Burgess. He said, finished doing Cherrim's Spotlight Hour and was walking back home and saw a Stuffle in the wild. And I thought, I will click on that. And then this happened at Incense Podcast. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Hashtag Pokemon Go. Hashtag stuff this. And he did get an actual shiny Stuffle, which is hilarious, a few days after the community day. And yeah, he was listening to last week's episode about another Niantic Balls Up. So thank you, Malcolm, for that.
Okay, so the next one is from Seamus Heffernan at Incense Podcast. Double golden shiny look whilst listening to episode 63. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Both spellings, but only IES is correct. He got the shiny Stuffle and the shiny Lickitung. Well done, Seamus.
Nice indeed. I've got one here from C. By. Hashtag Shinies of the Week at Incense Podcast. Research task reward. Found it while sitting on the John. Don't judge me. And it is a 98% Pseudo-Woodo shiny.
Well, that's how Coops wanted to catch his shiny Mew, wasn't it? Sat on the bog.
It is sat on the bog. I will say, I think you need, if you can, rename it to Shito-Woodo.
Oh, I don't know if that one slipped through.
Shito Woodo.
Bogo-Woodo, something like that.
Blowy Woodo.
Blowy Woodo.
I love Cocky Woodo. Sorry.
It's not too many characters.
First time shout out. You person who's put a Shinies of the Week on there. Bedrims, I hope I pronounced that right, or Bedrims, has tweeted and said, at Incense Podcast, got this while listening to you all discuss your drinks of choice. Super stoked. So obviously working through our back catalogue. Love that. Welcome to our podcast. Also encountered a rare spawn too. Got a wild Tyranitar.
Nice.
An impressive CP of 2,999. That's a big one. Got a shiny Young Goose.
Oh, nice.
To
Shiny
our
Caleb.
podcast.
Yes.
Shiny Caleb Trump. Very good. Very good.
That's fantastic. And Marky Boy, you may mention that your poll will be returning.
Is that Mark's poll? Oh.
Double dose of the poll.
Double dose of the poll. And do you know what? It's great when something new in the game drops when we're recording this. It's quite exciting. I'm almost onto the 4th stage already, so it can be done by sat down with crap incenses on. You can actually fly through it quite quickly.
Trialed and tested.
Tried and tested by the rural trainer here. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, the question I've asked is, which mega path are you all going to choose? Put this on an hour ago. We've had over 50 likes on the post already. At the moment, 36 votes on it as well. 15% of people are going to choose Blastoise. So the water one is very much the unfavoured one. 30% of people are going for Venusaur. And 55% of people Charizard. So that's myself included on this one. I've gone for Charizard.
I'll take you
as
back
well.
to episode 2. It's all about Charizard. Always talking about
Why?
Kanto Tour.
Why?
Why? But yeah, thank you everyone for your enthusiasm and letting us know where you're going on that one.
We absolutely love the interactions we get during the recording of the show and Mark's poll, so thank you very much for that. And that is going to do it for this week. If you enjoyed, you can tap the follow button to know when a fresh episode drops. Also, if you could leave us a 5-star review, that would be stellar. It really does help the podcast a huge amount. And a big thank you to all of our bronze and silver Patreon members. And a special thanks to the gold tier members: HermesNinja, SpydaLog, JB, TishSmith, CliffordMert, AgentMLI, Martin2292, and DerbyRuss. You guys all help make this podcast possible. So we thank you and keep the production quality high.
Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice.
Very good.
Now, guys, I don't know if it's even worth asking at this point because I did a coup, so I didn't open the game.
No.
But did anyone get a shiny?
No.
Marky Boy nearly completed the quest, though, so I think you win.
I've nearly completed the quest. I've just put it all up on TikTok, so check me out. I'm joking.
You can check out the Incensed podcast on TikTok.
Check out the Incensed
There we go.
podcast on TikTok, yeah.
As a good reminder, check out our socials. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Incensed Podcast is the handle you're going to need. And if you want to get in contact and throw something that has a lot more characters than you're allowed on Twitter at us for a good old letter to the host, incensepodcast@yahoo.com. There we go. But I think on that crushing disappointment, lads, it's time to round out the show. We'll say thank you very much for listening, and we will see you, hopefully, next week.
I choose you!